Now boarding all passengers to the bases.
Hey, we're live. Dracula, we're live. We have friends. Yeah, we have friends. Oh, geez, hold on. Wrong buttons are showing up. There we go. Hold on, everybody. We got my good friend Dracula here hanging out with us today. He's chewing on something. Say hi to everybody. No. We must murder whatever this is. Hey, hope you guys are all doing good. Welcome to the live stream. In case you don't know, this is my best friend Dracula. He's going to hang out with us for a little bit, maybe. Kevin says you read notes. If you're asking if I read music, yes. The answer, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong camera. Yeah, Dracula. Hi. Oh, good boy. Yes, I most certainly do read music. I have a bachelor's degree in music from California State University of Northridge. And reading is what you learn on day one. So I was self-taught up until that point. Like I was 16 years old. I just dropped out of high school, started college, and I was learning Every Good Boy Does Fine. You know, I knew nothing about music theory or reading or any of that stuff. So I literally started from the ground up. And now it's a pretty invaluable tool. I don't think I could do my job without it. Hey guys, as you're coming in, do me a favor, say hi and let me know where you're coming from, where you're joining us. I've got to do what? There we go. We have bass now. We got Gun Atipfin. I don't know how to say your name, but thanks for joining. Kevin, nice to see you too. Let me check the live stream over here just to make sure. Yep. Okay, good. Everything's working. Awesome. Yeah, this is a bit of a different time. Typically, I do these in the morning. I'm Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Las Vegas. And yeah, I just felt like a Friday. Well, it's Friday evening for me. It might not be for you. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I just did a setup on this bass. We moved here to Vegas from Los Angeles about 3 months ago to the day, actually. And all of my instruments are still jacked. They're all over the place, like the necks, the intonation, everything's all off. So I'm trying to move this cable out of the way so it doesn't keep snagging on me. But so the song I'm tracking today, I'm going to be doing a lot of walking because it's a blues tune. I'll talk about it in a minute. But as I've started moving up my neck, it kept going flat and it just was sounding like trash. So literally like 2 seconds ago before I went live, I was on Instagram and I was doing a quick intonation adjustment. So give me a second to tune this bad boy back up. Hopefully it's good. I'm not a pro guitar tech, but I think I've got it close enough for rock and roll. That's what I always say. Yeah, so not bad. Totally gonna pass for this session. If I need to, I can Melodyne it. Let's be honest. All right, let's see who we got here. We got Kevin Roman from Austin, Texas. Nice to have you. Marcelo from Canada. Very cool. Kevin in Philippines. It's 10:30 in the morning. Awesome. Yeah, it is 7:30 at night for me on Friday. You're already in tomorrow, or are you yesterday? I actually don't even know. Pretty sure you're in yesterday, but I could be wrong. Mexico and Jocelyn. Nice. Very cool. Got some different faces in here. Oh, geez. Just checking my tuning. Guys, give me just 1 second. I'm going to come over here. This is kind of what we're going to be looking at today. Actually, I take that back. For the most part, we're going to be looking at this screen because I had to notate out. This is a 12-minute, 12-bar blues. Almost all 12 keys, actually. 7 keys. No, not really all 12. This is going to be a long stretch. So I'll talk about this in a second, but I just want to check my volume against the track. So hold on 1 second. So there's the track volume. Just checking. Can you guys hear everything okay? If the bass is too loud, let me know. If my voice is too loud, or the backing track, or if you're getting weird pops and clicks, this is all just me. I know it looks kind of cool because I got a bunch of screens and I'm hitting all these buttons and cool things are happening, but I'm running this whole thing by myself and I'm not hearing what you guys are hearing. My mix is a bit different. So please don't hesitate to let me know that you guys, cool. All right. Looks like it's working. Yeah. So you know what? Honestly, I'm just going to kind of get into this. I'll talk about what I need to do right now really quickly. And then I'll lay it down. I'll probably do 2 passes. And it's going to take a while because here's the thing. So I was contacted by a couple of guitar YouTubers recently. Michael Bradley, Shane from what's his channel? In the Blues. Just a bunch of guitar YouTubers wanted to do like a collaborative video doing a 12-bar blues. Just everyone gets a solo, everyone jamming and playing with each other. And we're trying to do it remotely. Obviously, we can't go outside right now. So you're going to see a lot of these types of videos popping up, I'm pretty sure. And so they asked me to play bass on it. They sent me a drum track with a very scratch guitar. And they said, hey, do whatever you want. There's a form in terms of like when the keys change because we're going to move up a step each time or whatever. And, everyone gets to take a different solo. And they pretty much just told me like, hey, we're going to play off of you. So have free reign, play to the drums and whatever you throw in, we're going to play off of that. So on the one hand, very nice, very thoughtful of them. And on the second, a lot of pressure for me because, the 12-bar blues isn't that exciting, especially for bass players. And it's very repetitive and it can get super boring if you're not careful. And so this whole time I've been, just jamming through this, I'm thinking like, how do I make this not the same thing over and over again so that someone might actually watch all 12 minutes of it. I don't know. That's kind of the weight that I'm feeling at the moment. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And also, if you guys have any questions, anything about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, I'm going to come back to this chat stream over here pretty often. So if you want to know, I'm going to try to explain all the different stuff that I'm doing here in the recording session. And, I'll maybe talk about the chart a little bit that I made and whatnot. But if there's anything you guys want help with or need clarification on, please don't hesitate to ask. That's what I'm here doing. Kevin says, I love walking bass, but how? Good question. Obviously knowing your scales and knowing the fingerboard is paramount. And Kevin, if that's something you need help with, what I recommend you do is go, I was going to try to show you on the site. No, hold on. We've got time. Nobody's going anywhere, right? Maybe. All right, wait a second. Sorry, give me just a second. I'm trying to pull something up on the screen so that you guys can see it. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to work. Yay! Okay, so if you need help with walking bass lines, I highly recommend you come over here, go to thebassist.net. Oh, geez. Oh, because I'm zoomed in right now. That's why. Yeah, it looks kind of wonky because that's why. Anyways, go over to videos, and then I'm going to make this window bigger so get the full effect. And here in the bassist curriculum, this is, I kind of designed this, like looking back on my career, I've been playing bass for 20 something years. And so 25, holy hell. So what I did is I kind of, knowing what I know now, what would I do first? What would I do second? What order would I learn things? And so that's what the bassist curriculum is over here. So it starts with the basics. Then I teach you how to come up with a practice routine. We go over all of your scales and arpeggios, your rhythm and timing. I teach you how to groove. We go over music theory and eventually how to read music. And so by the time you've completed this curriculum, the bassist curriculum, you're a professional. I mean, you can do everything. You got a well-trained ear, know all your notes, all your scales. And so the reason I bring that up is this here, this essential scales package. You can buy this at shop.thebassist.net, or, again, all subscribers here at thebassist.net have access to this. But going through this series right here, I guarantee will help you out tremendously with walking bass lines and all that kind of stuff. So I did all the work for you if you want to learn how to do that pretty much. And Sebastian, hi from Chile. Nice to have you here. Oh, you know what? There's one thing I want to mention. If you guys haven't checked this out yet, there's a video that went live this morning at my YouTube channel called The Money Notes number 2. What I've been doing is taking my favorite bass lines and kind of like dissecting them, and not just teaching you how to play them, but then kind of going under the hood and being like, what is it that makes this line so awesome? And can I take what I learned from that and apply it to something else. So check this out. So in this case, we've got a bar of root fifth. We've got another bar of basically the same intention. Transplant the ramble on lick over those verse changes. It'll look just like this. So that, again, that's an ongoing series. You'll probably see a handful of those videos at my channel over the next several months. Yeah, so that's one that went live just this morning, and I believe there's a link in the description if you guys want to go check it out. So no questions, we're just going to jump in. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play through this. This has to be a one take, okay? I have to do all this in one sitting, and the reason why is because I'm not just providing the backing track, but I'm also filming myself performing it. Right? And so I can't do punches. That would be a nightmare in editing. So I've got to do all this in precisely one take. So that is the goal today. And I'm not that worried about it. It is 12 bar blues, but it is 12 minutes long. I'll say that again. It's a solid, actually, hold on, wait, here's the end of the piece. Hold on, let's see. The last note hits somewhere around 11 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, so this is gonna be a lengthy recording session. One song, I need to get it all in one take. Again, thankfully it's pretty easy because it's 12 bar blues. But the hard thing here that I'm going to need to be focusing on the whole time is not just, not losing my place in the music and remembering what I'm doing, but also when things are easy, it's highly likely that you're going to get sidetracked because your mind will just kind of drift because you're like, oh yeah, I know how this song goes. Wait, where are we? That kind of stuff happens all the time. And so what we don't want to happen is, exactly what I was just saying. I don't want to get lost or just start making stupid mistakes because I'm not paying attention. I've got to be just as focused for 11 minutes and 30 seconds as I would if it was a 2-minute song, but the music was really difficult. And that's kind of the hard thing. When it comes to playing easy music isn't necessarily easy because there's a hard component to it, which is, can you play it for that long and not mess up and be intentional and have good timing and all that stuff. So I'm just going to jump in right now with, actually, let me just show you this. This is the chart that I made. It's not very accurate. I mean, I didn't write a lot of notes. I'm just kind of giving myself ideas. Like right here, it starts, the drummer comes in on the ride and then he goes to a closed hi-hat. That's going to affect what I play. I don't need to write all my notes down. I just want to know long notes, short notes. There's some rhythms right here. I'm going to play these exact parts, these sections, because I think they sound good. The drummer did a fill that went bum, 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 and so I'm going to line up with them on that. So that's really all the chart is for. And you can see over here, I stopped even writing in the chords because the song is so long and I just got bored and it was like, starts in B. I should be able to know how that goes. So this chart wouldn't make sense to most people, even if you can read music, but it's just for me to have an idea and know where the key changes are and just to keep an eye on the form. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Let me just see. Do we have any questions at all? Rock on. And Jocelyn, I don't know what that is. Somebody waving? I can't tell what that emoji is. It's adorable though. Now I have to do something very unprofessional right now, and I have to actually go press record on my cameras because again, I'm streaming this recording session right now, but I also need to film these so that I can email them to the guitar players and everyone who's going to be working on it. So give me 2 seconds. I'm about to just disappear, but I promise I'm going to come right back in about 10 seconds. Probably not even that. Hold on 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat stream, maybe. All right. This one's recording. And this one. Okay, hold on. Now, while I'm doing this, I might just leave it on this screen so you guys can see my hands. Actually, tell me, what would you guys rather see? Would you rather see this for the next 11 minutes? Because I'm not going to be playing with the angles at all. Would you rather see that? Or would you rather see this angle with the close-up of my hands? You guys tell me. What do you want to look at for the next 11 minutes and 30 seconds? Oh my goodness, I'm all tangled here. By the way, there's also a delay between when I'm talking and when you guys are hearing it. So if I ask a question and then 10 or 30 seconds of pause goes by, that's because I'm waiting for you to respond. So don't worry about it. It's not awkward. Let me just tune up really quick and get ready. Kevin says that angle. I don't know what that is. John says close up. This one right here. The tone knob keeps getting rolled down. Let me just check one thing. No, I'll be fine. I do want to look and see. I'll kind of talk through my process a little bit. First thing is check your gain. And right now I'm a bit hot. I always like to be between around minus 18 and pretty much you want to see the meter dancing just above minus 24, but not as high as minus 9. So that right there is what I'm recording at. And then with plugins, I'm adding some volume just so that I can hear it. And in post, what I'll be able to do is add a bunch of plugins, a lot of UAD stuff for sure. The Ampeg B15 plugin that they make. Sorry, I just realized you guys can't see me. But yeah, so this gives me the cleanest slate to start with. And then when I'm done in post, I can go back and yeah, make it sound good. So here's what I'll do. Before I press record, before I start doing passes, I'm just going to... what the heck's going on here? Oh, I'm just going to play the start just to make sure my mix is okay. I want to make sure that I can hear enough of the track, enough of my bass, and, you know, you just want to make sure you can hear everything okay before you start, you know, trying to make music with it. So give me just 1 second. Okay, so that's where the track is. Okay, I like the way everything's sounding. Sample harmonics. Yeah, I like that. Roman says, what DAW am I using? This is Studio One, made by Presonus. That is my DAW of choice. Jocko Groove. Unfortunately, Jocko does not belong on this 12 minutes of 12-bar blues. I wish he did. I would try to bring that if I could. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and start doing a pass or two. Always check your tuning right before you're about to press record. And by the way, you might hear my bass clashing with the tuning of the guitar. He did not tune beforehand. I pointed that out to him yesterday. I was like, hey, did you use a tuner before you sent over the scratch track? No, why? Was the guitar out of tune? Of course it was out of tune. So yeah, so if you hear any clashing of notes, and I can't pull the guitar down. Whoops. Can I go back over to this screen? Yeah, he just sent me a one track. It's drums and guitar. So I don't have the ability to make the guitar quieter for you. So I just apologize if that's if that's bugging you. That's the thing. Bass sounds great. That's all that matters. That's all we need. Thanks so much, Drew. Kevin, your bass sounds good. Is there a jazz or blues have basic tune? I'm afraid I don't know what you're asking. If you're asking... Yeah, they sent me a structure to play to. You'll see the track that I'm playing to is a real drummer and a real guitar player. They just kind of did a thing really quick, sent it to me as a scratch track for me to record my part to, and then they're all going to, you know, jump in and record their parts over the next probably couple of weeks. Let's be honest, guitar players are kind of lazy, especially when there's like 20 of them that need to play on this damn thing. Cool. All right, I'm just going to jump in. So here we go. I'm going to move my mic off screen now. Hi. I wish I could say your name, but I have no idea what any of those characters are. So hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm about to start recording. So I got to get this mic out of here so it's not in the shot, and we'll get started. Hold on. All right, don't go anywhere. So that's good. Let me just make sure. Yeah, this shot's looking good. And this shot looks okay. All right. Let's get the chart up. And away we go. Kind of. Hold on. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double check the beginning. That's what I just played. And I'm going to play the end. Always a good idea to just kind of run through the beginning and the end. It's all about bookends. If you can make it the beginning and the end, almost everything in the middle doesn't matter. That's not true, but sometimes it is. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to stop it for 1 second. I can already tell my tuning is a little bit off. Hold on. You're going to hear me doing that every once in a while. If I stop the track, it's because I need to fix something. But my goal is to nail this all in one big take. Okay. All right, we're good now. Let's hope that it holds its tuning for the next 12 minutes. All right, here we go. Looking good. Oh, check that out. They're talking. Hold on. Oh, no way. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so we got a little sneak peek. All right, so sorry, let's come back to the screen right here. All right, so not bad for a first run through. This next one's going to be better. There were a handful of mistakes in there, and I'm going to do this a second time so that, if there's anything they didn't like in the first pass that they want to change, or if, again, there was a wrong note or something, they can borrow it from another take, because you can see it's all taken from the same timeline over here, so if, like, for instance, if this little section they didn't like, well, they can just delete it, and then from one of my other takes, they can use that section if they have to. And that's kind of, that's where we are in the day of modern recording. Sorry, hold on. I need to add a layer for the next take. Okay. Yeah, that's where we are in modern recording, especially like this when we have to work remotely. It's kind of our only option, emailing files back and forth. We can't get all the players in the same room. That's typically my favorite way of doing it. It's the only way I like to record, is being able to get everyone in the same room, but that's just not the option in this case. Let's see if we had any questions, anything you guys want to learn. Says, I don't understand English. I'm also learning to play the guitar. Hey, that's awesome. Congratulations. Great job. Jocelyn says, cat in a box. I like it. On the bass guitar. Cool. Very good. Tight and smooth. Very nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wish you could play like that, Kevin. If you want to, come to thebassist.net. I'll show you exactly how. Jocelyn says, upbeat feels so good. Yeah, definitely does. The lockdown blues. That's kind of like what because it's the same damn thing over and over and over again. I'm sure you heard, if any of you were listening this whole entire time. And so what I'm trying to do is like not do the same thing each time. And there's only so much you can do. There's only so many ways to walk, so many blues lines, versus they're different, but not by much, And so it's like, it's walking that fine line of like, stepping out and creating something that's fun for the other musicians and the drummer that's going to go back and record over this, and all the guitar players, like giving them plenty to work with, but I have to use my imagination and kind of come up with that stuff on the fly, which again is just kind of the funny thing about all this. Is it all just repeated? It's a 12-bar blues. Yeah, there's no, it's not the same thing being repeated. If you look at the chart, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's hits, there's bang, bang, like that always happens, but it's not every other time. The keys change, they're not the same, so it's not like a straight up cut and dry, just do the same thing over and over. But the progression, the 12-bar blues, that is the same. I got someone say they signed up on YouTube. Thank you so very much. And hey, if you guys wouldn't mind, do me a favor. Oh, whoops, sorry. Wrong screen, wrong camera. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you hit the like button, it's actually going to help more people to come into the live stream. And also, I'm sure you saw there that little bell icon. You want to make sure you hit that, because that's the notifications every time I go live, or every time a new video comes out, like the Ramble On one I was talking about earlier. You'll get notified about all that stuff live streams, new videos, and all that. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So I guess now my only question is, do you guys have any questions about what I just did? I need to play this again, but I don't need to do it right now. So I can take a little break, answer some questions, or go off topic. Anything you guys want to hear or do, just let me know. I'm going to drink some water and give you about 10 seconds to figure it out. And then otherwise, I'm just going to go back and play the song again because they're going to need 2 passes for sure. Take your time, no rush. I'm curious. The one who said you just signed up on YouTube, what language is that? What am I looking at? Like the ignorant and American in me looks at that and says, I think that's Russian. Those look like Russian characters, but I could be totally wrong. I have no idea. Looks awesome though. This is a good time to tune. Always do that in between takes. Tuning está muy importante. Tuning is very important. What interface or amp am I recording with? Hold on one second. I don't think my tone knob's doing very much. The interface at the moment, this is a Universal Audio Apollo Twin, and the amp, I'm not using an amp. I haven't used an amp really in about 12 years probably. I just use in-ear monitors. I'm using headphones right now. But when it comes to recording, I just go direct. I record dry, and then I'll use plugins to make it sound good later. That's the way a lot of us do, especially on these remote sessions, because I don't know what they want. I mean, like, they're not here with me. They can't tell me, oh, yeah, that sounds good. I guess technically, yeah, I could Skype with them. But even then, it's not 100% accurate. So, yeah, when it's like this, I'm just, if I can give them a clean signal, they can do whatever they want with it. But if I give them something that's morphed and already affected, if that's not fitting for the mixing engineer or for the producer, for the musicians, then they either have to trash it and I have to redo it again, or they have to keep something that they don't like. I am a recording engineer, so I know how to do those things, but it's just easier to just record dry and send it over to them as is. So yeah, no amp over here. Jonas says, hey man, great job. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Bill, there's a key change in there. But yeah, there's 7 key changes. It starts in C and then goes through C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then comes back to C. Yeah, lots of key changes. Are you thinking about contrasting in that section when it modulates? Every time we repeat, I'm trying to contrast. I think of music like a roller coaster, right? Like roller coasters, like a ride. Because if you think about it, like, what is it that makes roller coasters so fun? It's not the speed, because I could stick my head out the window driving 80 miles an hour. That's not fun. Or not as fun as a roller coaster. And it's not the height, right? I could just stand on a tall skyscraper, look over the edge down 80 stories. That's not exciting, right? Why is the roller coaster so cool? It's because, well, at the beginning it goes up and 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 up. And then you take off and you go right, you go left, you go up, you go down, you stop, you go backwards, and you know what I mean? Like, it takes you on an adventure. And it's all of those things combined. So I look at music the same exact way. A song needs to tell a story. Or it needs to be like a roller coaster, a ride, an adventure. If it starts with this, and the whole time, and then it ends with this, like that's a Michael Bay movie. You know what I mean? It's not a bad movie, but it's just like a Transformers with like explosions, like, that's not storytelling. That's not plot. It's just a bunch of the same thing over and over again. Like, I wanted a story. I wanted to go somewhere. And so that's what I appreciate in a good song. And so that's precisely what I'm trying to do here. If you guys have ever seen the Imagination Land episode of South Park, that's precisely kind of what I just quoted. So anyways, I hope that helps out. Jocelyn says, Aguilar pickups? Yes, these are Aguilar pickups. Lupe says, hi, what is the best loop tracks for practice? The only loops I use are made by a company called Big Fish Audio. They're not specifically for practicing, but you can totally practice with them. They're intended for production composers, people who do production music. But I just love the sound of them. So all the funk grooves that you've seen coming out at my channel, those are all done with Big Fish. Bill says, meaning the different 145. Sorry, I'm not sure what you're asking, Bill. Oh, it looks like, cool, thanks. Looks like you got it. Okay, cool. again, the name I can't pronounce says, I like to improvise. I have a bass guitar, a 5-string from America, from Brooklyn. Awesome. Very cool. I mostly play 4 strings, but 5s are great too. In fact, I have 1, 2, 3 of them behind me. So I play 5-string actually most of the time. It's just 4 is where I'm most comfortable, and that's what I like the most. But I end up playing 5 just about always. Jonas says, keep making videos. I have, I think, 300 or so at my YouTube channel, or no, 200. I don't know. I haven't been counting. At thebassist.net, there's about 1,500. There's a lot of videos at thebassist.net. So if you really like this content, head over there. There's tons more videos, lessons exclusively. Says it's a pity that I don't understand you. Likewise. But I would really like to listen. And yes, hello from Irkutsk. Irkutsk? Thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, maybe there's some way we can connect in subtitles or translator or something like that. Okay, I need to play this song one more time all the way through. And then I'm going to stop my cameras and I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit longer if you'd like. It is only 8:15 over here. So my night is just starting. So let me get through this track one more time. And yeah, I'll hang out with you guys as long as you like it. If you've got questions, if you guys want to hang, I'll stick around. As soon as that stops, then we don't have to beat a dead horse. We can be done. But I'll hang out with you guys as long as you want to. Give me just 1 second. This time, I'm going to use this screen. Let's bring my chart back, check my tuning. And actually, in case you guys are wondering where my other take went, most recording software allows you to create different layers or playlists, or I mean, they all call it something different. Excuse me. But so here was it's called take 2, but it really was the first take. And so it's down over here. I can bring it back if I want to. And now we're about to do, this next take right here. So it didn't disappear. I just, it's hidden right now so that I can record this second one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cameras are rolling. Chart is right there. Okay. Here we go. Get the sweat off my fingers. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. There is one thing. No, I'm going to leave it. All right. I need to move the microphone. Okay, you know what? The first take was more solid than this one, and that's okay. sometimes, like I noticed early on in that pass, I made a couple of really stupid mistakes. And so I just decided, you know what, this pass is going to be me just going for it, like doing a bunch of things that probably aren't going to make it on there, you know, but it was kind of like if take number one was the safe take, then number two, I want to be just like, let's stretch out a little bit. Let's try things. And it might work. It might not. That's okay. That's what the safe take is for. So lots of mistakes in that one, but that's okay. It's the reason why, you know, again, the cool thing about recording this way is I have this pass right here. Come back over here. So yeah, I have my first take, I have my second take, and what they can do is kind of like, oh yeah, we like this section from here, this section from here, all of this, except for that, you know, and you can kind of, that's called comping. You can build your own, you know, passage out of, you know, all the different passes that you took. So honestly, between those two, that's everything they're going to need. The musician in me, the perfectionist in me wants to keep going and do this again and really nail it. But I could spend another, it's 11 and a half minutes. So I could spend another half hour at least, and it probably won't get any better than combining the first two takes together. So that's another thing too, when you're recording, especially if you're recording for clients, it's knowing when to toss in the towel. And I don't want to say, you know, sacrifice the art, because it's like, they'll be able to make something out of that. But I mean, it really wasn't that far off of what I was shooting for. But anyways, yeah, so that's the reason why I started to take more liberties with the second take, because I knew that the first one was safe and it was fine. And I'd already made a mistake early on in the second one. So I was like, yeah, let's just turn this into they're only going to come to it if they need it. And there's tons of, you know, little fills and licks in there that'll work for them. Okay, actually exactly what Fatty Jaybird is saying. He's more experimental. Yeah, precisely. That's what I was trying to do. You want a Warwick? Me too. They're fantastic instruments. Will there be a singer? I don't know. This isn't my song. It's not my project. I was just asked to play bass on it, so I have no idea. It was cool. I sincerely wish you success and health, and all Americans, Russia with you. And likewise, thank you so very much. And hey, for all of you, I hope you guys are staying safe, staying indoors, staying away from you know, the virus and the infections. Sorry, there's a little thing floating around. But I hope you guys are staying inside and doing all the things you're supposed to be doing and avoiding this crazy virus. It's got the world turned on its head. But hey guys, I'm done. I recorded. I did what I need to. In fact, I'm going to press save and we're good to go. So hey, if there's any other questions, guys, please let me know and I'll answer them right now. Like I said, I'm just going to go downstairs and probably watch Netflix until I pass out tonight. So if there's anything you want to know about what I was doing just now or not, you know, about music, bass, recording, anything in general, I'm here for the next at least 30 seconds. Going once, going twice. I'll give you guys a second. Hold on. There's one thing I need to check on. It wasn't that. Oh, my cameras. That's right. I got to stop them from recording before I run out of film. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I normally don't do that in a live stream. Typically, I'm sitting here the whole time and hanging with you guys, but I had to go turn my own cameras on. One more. It says, I still have one guitar. I'm just alone. I have 4 kids. Wow, and a mortgage, so it's a bit heavy. Let me keep my tail. Hey, that's intense. You're killing it. You are a superstar, and don't let anyone tell you differently. Jocelyn says, what are you going to watch on Netflix? Actually, there's a movie that my wife asked for us to watch called Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's an Edgar Wright film starring Michael Cera, and it's actually about a bass player. And Justin Meldal Johnson plays bass on the. Let's see. Anytime you see Scott playing the Rickenbacker, it's Justin Meldal Johnson playing a Mustang bass. And then I forget, I think it's Chris Chaney or someone else who plays the Rickenbacker bass, but it's flip-flop. Or he plays a Mustang bass, but it's really, I think, Chris Chaney playing the Rickenbacker. But yeah, so it's a movie about a bass player, oddly enough. And he falls in love with this girl, and it's kind of like a Nintendo game movie I don't know. It's really nerdy. It's awesome. You should check it out. It was a graphic novel comic book called Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and now it's a movie. Steven says, sorry about the cowbell comment. What DAW do you use? So, Steven, I didn't even see the cowbell comment, if there was one. This is Studio One. It's made by Presonus. And it's my DAW of choice. I started in Logic, and I've used Reason. In school, I had to use Digital Performer. I've also used Pro Tools. I had Pro Tools HD for about 10 years, and Cubase and Nuendo also. I've tried just about all, and Reaper. Studio One's my favorite. It's made by Presonus. It's a great DAW. Rickenbackers, yeah. Okay, Okanko. I'm sorry, I can't say that. Plays bass says, did that just mess with bassists? Just like when Tom Sawyer music video had Getty playing his Rick and said that, yeah, exactly. I know. We're the only, and honestly, I wouldn't have known that about the Scott Pilgrim thing. But I was reading in an article, I think it was Chris Chaney. I know it was Justin Meldal Johnson, but he was like, yeah, because Beck did the soundtrack. So obviously JMJ played on it. And he was saying that, I did, the bass parts for all of Scott's stuff. But oddly enough, when you hear the Rickenbacker, it's me playing a Music Man. And when you hear, what's his face playing the vegan guy, when he's playing the Music Man, is like, that's Chris Chaney playing a Rickenbacker. I don't know why they did that. Bill says, were we hearing what you heard in your headphones? Yes. On those takes, or do you have a click? No, there's no click going. I could turn one on, but it's not in sync with the music. I think you guys are hearing the click right now. Just because I don't know what tempo they recorded it at, and I just didn't feel like lining it up. So no, you were hearing exactly what I was hearing. The only difference is I have my volumes for this microphone set different. So right now, I turned off this microphone. I can't hear myself at all right now, but you guys still can. And now I've just brought it back up for myself. So that's the only difference in our mixes. Because if I had my voice as loud as you guys can hear it, it would drive me crazy. But other than that, we have the same mix. It says, Ocon like Gaycon. Ocon like Gaycon? Oh. No, sorry. You weren't spelling it phonetically. Thanks for talking after the Shim gig. Oh, nice. Yeah. Was that at Summerfest? No. I think I know who you are. I think I remember which one. But yeah, if we talked and hung out, yes, I'm glad to have met you too. I wish all good luck and success and more health. I probably will not go to weed the air. Yep, that's probably a good idea. Milwaukee Summerfest. Okay, yep, I precisely remember you. Yeah, nice talking to you, man. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get going. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Remember, there's a video that went live yesterday, today. It's called The Money Notes, number 2, featuring a song Ramble On by Led Zeppelin, John Paul Jones playing the bass. Great tune. So if you like this, go check out that video and any of the other ones that I've got here. So that's pretty much it. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you being here. And if you like this video, do me a favor. Don't burp into your microphone because that's gross. But please give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button. And if you like the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe to it. And if you really like what I do, come hang out with me at thebasis.net by clicking on this button right over here. Remember, new episodes of the Basis Podcast go live each and every week. And until next time, I'll see you guys again. So take care, stay safe.